Humans make 35,000 decisions a day. 95% are irrational. Why is everyone irrational? We have the explanation of how and when this happens. Are you irrational or just human? Irrational Humans, where I talk about body language, micro-expressions, behavior economics, behavior science, neuroscience, consumer behavior, persuasion, influence, how people make decisions, irrational behaviors.
What is killing you is your people. And the most difficult thing to do is understand who are your underachievers and who are your overachievers. And sometimes you need to fire people that are near to you, even friends.
Over 52.5 million open positions asking for this. The secret ingredient that schools didn't tell you. Build the skills employers really want. Build the skills that make you unforgettable at work. Soft skills.
The majority of the successful CEOs tell you the same. You need to be sometimes a paternalistic boss in order to save the company. What is a paternalistic boss? It's like your parents. Your parents told you since you're a kid what you need to eat, what you need to be dressing, how you need to protect from the weather, and they give you life lessons. Now, can you agree or not? They did the best because their own experience telling them what are the things that are going to protect you. The more successful CEOs on the history are people that not always were love. Sometimes they were hate. Why? A good boss, a good CEO, sometimes need to have a paternalistic approach. What is a paternalistic approach? It's like your parents. They tell you what to dress, how to dress, what to do and not to do, because they have the experience to understand what is going to be beneficial for you. Now, if we were paying attention to Henry Ford, what Tesla, what Microsoft, what Apple was saying, they were harsh bosses. There are hard bosses, but get what? There are successful because their simple equation are two type of people in your life. Are the liability people and the people who's an asset. And I know it sounds transactional, but the truth to be told, you are the sum of the people that you surrounded with. As Steve Jobs says, I only hire type A. I only hire people that's on A game because they're gonna form a group. They're only gonna be accepting peers. And when you have people in your organization that only accept game A people, they're not gonna accept anybody else around, and that make you successful. The people you surround yourself in the business and the personal life are the ones who made you. If you are with overachievers, you have somebody to compete with, healthy-wise, to become better. If you're the most intelligent person in the room, if you're the most healthy person in the room, what happened? You don't have anybody to compete with. One of the reasons that drive me crazy when we give trophies to people that are not winning is you don't set the bar high enough. And I know I'm going to have people hating me for this, but the truth to be told, when you talk to HR and we talk to business owners and we talk to managers, says they expecting a trophy for not trying. So you always need to try to do better. I will not going to tell you, oh, you did right, you did great when you lose a client. I have been told that I'm too harsh on people why I let them go, and too soft on people then I forgive things that I do with them or for them, or they keep it on the job. First, you cannot blame your people if you haven't taken the time to sit with them. Feedback. When you give feedback, you need to see what the person says. You have two ways. Hey, People think that you have a behavioral problem, or you says, you're an asshole. The second one, you're not going to have a good conversation. But if you says people think that you have a behavioral problem, what do you think? Now, giving feedback is not enough. You need to make a transformational thing and says, okay, people think that you have a behavioral problem because sometimes you come up as an asshole. I know you, I hire you, I know it's not. But it's not important what I think about you, it's what other people think about you. So how do you think what I can give you to become better? What this company can do for you to help you? But pay attention. I'm going to meet you in the middle. I will not going to give you for free. I will not going to be a trophy. I'm not going to give you a trophy for losing, for not winning. I'm going to meet you in the middle. Tell me what you can bring to the table and what I can bring and the company can bring to the table. You need to think this. The worst thing and the most painful thing for a person, because at the end of the day, every owner, every CEO have a heart, is to fire employees. But a thing that nobody tell you is you need to fire clients, family, friends, and partners. That's the reason we get divorced. That is the reason we don't talk with friends for a long, long time. How many times you see a name in your calendar, or you're going to go to a party or have coffee with a friend and you are 5 minutes away to leave in your house and says, do I want to be there? I know this person is going to suck my energy. It's always something wrong. It's always something negative. I had people in my life that I need to fire because they were vampires, energy suckers. I know that it's always going to be something negative. It's always going to be something wrong. They only see the bad part of the situation. I tend to see crisis as an opportunity, like the Chinese says. The word crisis is an opportunity to grow. You don't make mistakes if you learn from it. No, if you repeat the same and same mistakes, you know what is the definition of madness? Do the same thing and looking for a different outcome is not going to happen. So learn when to fire people is important. And this is my metric. It make me happy, it make me healthy, it make me a better person, it make me wealthy. And I know sounds harsh, but is that the way you can be successful? Sometimes you need to be rash on the people you love, and you need to be harsh on yourself. Why? Because if you don't lean for the stars, you're never going to be touching the moon. My dear irrational human, I know this is a difficult pillow to swallow, but if you're not making it, think about it. Who are my liability people? Who are my asset? And what I'm doing myself to surrender myself by success, if that is what I want.
Susan Ibitz is a former political influence consultant, profiler, and civilian hostage negotiator. With expertise, studies, and masters in human behavior, behavior economics, neuroscience, and a nerd for data, Susan works on the humans that grow your business. High performance, high behavior training. Teach corporations and employees how to hack into humans using behavior, neuroscience, and persuasion. Behavior economics. She has been called freaky and the top expert in her field by the Chicago Tribune and Psychology Today, by showing how to profile anyone in 30 seconds. She is the author and researcher of Irrational Humans. People make 35,000 decisions a day, and 95% are irrational. But why and how?